This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Strong winds here as of late, possibly doing a number on area flags like this one here. Looks like time to retire that flag. That's on our Flooring America Carriage Crossing camera in Decatur. All that wind, I mean, that flag is up there pretty good, and it's taken a beating, that's for sure, with everything we've had here as of late. So, the question is the wind finally going to be calming down for us? Well, that's eventually going to be happening, but probably not until we get into Thursday, as we keep the very, very active pattern going here over the next few days. Now, we're going to talk about the potential for some thunderstorms to also be around. That's going to be coming as we head until later on tonight. I'm going to show you what that looks like on our Storm Tracker Doppler radar here, and you can see that, again, things are calm now, but as we get into, I think after 9 o'clock tonight, we are anticipating some thunderstorms and the potential for some severe weather. We're going to talk about that when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
2 deadly mass shootings in less than a week. What gun control measures are gaining support in the Illinois State House?
Plus, classrooms across the state are diverse, but the same can't be said for the teachers inside them. What's being done to change that?
And also tonight, is it a look into the past or a hollow imitation? There's now a way to bring your old pictures to life.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
Unfortunately, we have had mass shootings in Illinois.
Governor Pritzker calling for new gun control measures after the mass shootings in Colorado last night and Atlanta last week. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The governor called on Congress to take action, but a number of gun control measures are also up for debate in Springfield. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, is live from the Capitol with the latest. Mark, Illinois did pass gun control laws recently.
And Jennifer, now we're seeing a renewed push for increased restrictions on firearm sales and added monitoring for people who own firearms in Illinois. Today, Governor Pritzker said he thinks those tragedies in Atlanta and Colorado will accelerate some of those conversations in Springfield. Today, the House and Senate did not take up any of those measures or advance them to the floor for a vote, but one idea to add background checks and fingerprints for people with a FOID card or people who want a FOID card, it's gaining support, getting more support in the House right now. In the Senate, Ram Villavalam said he wants to see it come over to that chamber so they can send it on to Governor Pritzker's desk for approval.
It keeps happening because we have not enacted common sense gun safety policy, enough of it in this country and this state. We need to move forward on common sense gun safety policy. The statistics do not lie. If we enact common sense gun safety policy that includes background checks, that includes obtaining fingerprinting, the statistics show that gun deaths decreased by 40%.
Some other statistics for you. Mass shootings are up in Illinois along with violent crime. Crime data showing a 59% spike in mass shootings in Illinois last year. That is outpacing the national average. Villavalam's bill is a part of this Fix the FOID proposal that has tried and failed a few times before in Springfield. Meanwhile, House Republicans and Democrats, rather, are increasingly frustrated at the FOID card renewal process. In fact, right now, that big backlog, several gun owners have sued state police and federal courts saying that that delay in processing those paperwork amounts to a violation of their Second Amendment rights. For now, reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Mark, thank you so much for that. First responders in central Illinois are preparing for active shooter situations. The Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center created its own training course. They learn about the use of force, firearms, and first aid. They do this first in the classroom, then they walk through real-life scenarios.
We walk through, showing them how to clear hallways and rooms and things like that. And then we actually do a scenario practical with simunitions where they put on simunitions gear. They put a helmet on with a face shield. They put on pads, and we give them a simunitions gun that either shoots blanks or paintballs. And then they have to go through that.
Illinois is in the process of standardizing all active shooter training. This is so all officers are taught the exact same way.
Two men are facing charges after a teenager was shot in Decatur. Officers responded to that shooting at Church and Division Streets, where they were told a 15-year-old boy had been hit. 21-year-old Tavion Burton of Springfield is charged with aggravated battery with a gun. 36-year-old Eli Rice of Decatur is facing charges for domestic battery. Here's an update about a house fire in Champaign. Kayla Reefstack was arrested for arson in connection to that fire. The home on Paula Drive was destroyed on February 28th. Police are still investigating. A former state trooper is being sentenced to probation for the death of a 26-year-old woman in 2016. We told you in January, Jeff Denning pleaded guilty to reckless conduct. Denning was charged for crashing his squad car into her vehicle. The trooper was responding after an officer was shot. Denning will also have to serve 300 hours of community service and pay a $5,000 fine.
Excuse me, here's a follow-up. From Christian County, the coroner has identified remains found near the Tri-County Fairground on Saturday. They belong to Daniel Crosby. He's been missing since March last year. Officials expanded the search to the fairgrounds over the weekend. State police are still investigating. Switching now to the fight against coronavirus. Hundreds of people in Champaign-Urbana will soon be able to take advantage of saliva-based testing. WCIA3's Bryce Beament live in our newsroom. People have been waiting for this for a while, Bryce.
U of I has been using saliva tests for its students and employees for months. Now it's teaming up with OSF Healthcare and introducing Shield CU. This will allow students and staff from Urbana High School, Stratton and Champaign, and employees in Champaign County to get tested weekly. They plan to extend tests to more Champaign-Urbana schools, underserved communities, local governments, and businesses in the future. People will have access to an app which will show their status. Health officials hope this will continue to help limit positivity rates. The test costs between $10 and $20 and will be paid for through a grant. The testing will start April 2nd. In the newsroom, I'm Bryce Beament, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Bryce, thank you.
Statewide testing found more than 1,800 new cases of COVID-19. Those came in the last 24 hours, as well as 13 more deaths. Positivity rate is 2.9%. For Region 3, take a look. That's the area in red on your screen. It's a full percentage point lower at 1.9. Region 6, the area in yellow, is at 2.4%. Let's take a look now at vaccinations. More than 70,000 were doled out yesterday, and the 7-day average dipped slightly to exactly 91,000 doses. Nearly 1.8 million people in the state are fully vaccinated. U of I is recruiting students to be in a national study for the Moderna vaccine. Any student who qualifies will be paid $900. They're trying to see whether you can spread COVID if you've been vaccinated. To qualify, you can't already have gotten the vaccine nor contracted COVID. You must also be between 18 and 26. For more information about this study, check out WCIA.com.
It's not just about equality, how the governor is making sure the state's economy is more equitable.
Also tonight.
The need for teachers of color to come into the classroom is extreme right now.
Most local public school teachers are white, but many students are not. What one organization is doing to try and change that.
Definitely a change today with the rain.
Rain is here, and another round is expected later tonight, and we could be talking about some thunderstorms with that. Let's look outside, Gibson City right now, and the clouds are definitely here, and we're going to see those clouds bring more rain and those storms. We'll talk about the severe potential that could go along with it when we come back.